Hi everyone, I'm Srinish. So this is day 32 of me sharing my learnings and explaining things in English. So as I'm preparing for PL300 exam, the topic for today is use variables to improve performance and troubleshooting, reduce cardinality. So we are currently in the optimize a model for performance in Power BI module. So let's move ahead to the notion. So before starting, I would like to tell this is an out and out theoretical explanation, and if you are someone who is expecting a practical explanation, please skip this video. So use variables to improve the performance and troubleshooting. So what is a variable? So in a DAX function, we use complex formulas like calculate, many formulas. In that case, if you want to combine two measures or combine two calculations in a DAX in a single DAX formula, so that's why variable uses very much. So you can use a variable in your DAX formulas to help you write less complex and more efficient calculations. So if you use the variables, you can save query processing time. So if you use in two measures in another measure, so it will be a compound measure, and it will take a lot of process querying time. So query processing time. Uh, to get to avoid this, we are using the variables. So let's see the advantages of variables. So improved performance. Variables reduces redundant evaluation and speeding up the process, as we discussed before, and improve readability. So if you're writing a complex query, it is better to write with the if you're writing a complex DAX for code, it is better to write with the variable. So if you use variable, it will be very easy to for someone to read, or it will be very easy to revise for you also. And simplified debugging. Variable help test and troubleshoot formula effectively. So if you have made a mistake in between your code and you're finding it after some time, and in that case, if you would have used the variable, you can debug it very easily. So that is the reason. And reduced complexity. Replace earliest and earlier with simpler, less complex expression. So before introduction of variable, they were using something like earlier and earliest. So these functions are also change the filter context also. So that's the reason they are introduced a variable, and variable is very effective and powerful. So let's see an example of a variable. So I have written a code without variable first. So you can see here growth percentage without variable. So I have determined the growth percentage here. So how to calculate the growth percentage? Divide. So sum of the sales current year and the previous year. So I have already created a method called current year and also previous year. So now I'm going to sum these both. So if I do like this, I have one sum here, other sum here, and other sum here. So it will take three times of calculations, and it will after that it will return the value. So this is without the variable, and let's see the with variable. So the growth percentage with the variable. So now we have uh, var. So we have to, after equal to, we have to say var. We have to write var. After writing var, we can say the current revenue or whatever you want. And after saying var, you can give a meaningful name to the aggregation you're going to, or formula you're going to write. So it will help you to, it will help you to make it very clear. So here I have used one sum and another sum. So in the previous formula we have used three sums, and here only two sums, and we are going to return. So the first of all we are determined the current revenue is equal to sum of current revenue, and the previous revenue is equal to sum of previous year revenue. So we are going to return. So after determining the var, we have to tell the return. So if you don't use the return function, it will not give the output correctly. And if you instead In fact, if you are not using the return function, you cannot get a syntax also. You cannot get a correct syntax also. So dividing it by the current minus previous comma previous. So this is the easy way to find the growth percentage. So this is one example. You can think about this, and you can implement in various situations that may help to reduce the complex query to the simpler query. Yes. So that's it about the variables, and let's go to the next topic, which is reduce cardinality. So what is cardinality? Cardinality is a term that is used to describe the uniqueness of the value in the column. So I will explain it. And the cardinality is also used in the context of the relationship between two tables, where it describes the direction of the relationship. So cardinality here will be used in two different places. One is it describes the uniqueness of the values in the column, and the other one is the relationship between the one table to another table. It is also determined in the term of cardinality. So let's see the column first. So identify the cardinality level. A column with many repeated values has a low cardinality. So a column with many repeated columns has a low cardinality, which means where the column values which is not repeated too much, it will be having the lower cardinality, and the column with the with the many unique values has the high cardinality. So let's see in a while. So this is the picture of the cardinality, column cardinality. So when you go to the view option in your Power Query editor, and you can see the column distribution, you can click check the box in column distribution, and after seeing that, if you are seeing whether the distinct count is high, the cardinality will be low. So what is distinct actually? Distinct is a thing which is how many different types of category in the column. So it is basically distinct. So unique is a thing where unique is a thing where it will give only the unique items in a row, which is that value should be occurred only once in a column. So when you have more unique items in a column, you will have high cardinality, and high cardinality leads to low performance. So it is better to have many distinct values rather than having many unique values. So let's cancel this and reduce relationship cardinality. So what is relationship cardinality? So if you go to the relationship tab in Power BI, you can see that you will be giving the relationship from one to many and many to one and all. So it is important to have the one to many relationship whenever it is possible. And if you have a product key and all, having it in a whole number, if it is a numerical value, having it to the whole number instead of a text will be more optimized in a semantic model, and it will also not cost too much of performance for your Power BI. And also, if you don't want a particular relationship in a two tables, between the two tables, you don't need to establish the relationship between those. So if it is not necessary for your analysis, please don't add the relationship for fancy purpose. And it is every time it is good to have a minimal and simple relationship between data models, between the tables. And so that's why the data model will be very optimized and will not cost you a lot of performance. So that is about the relationship cardinality. And that's it about the video also. And if you are an expert watching my video and find any mistakes or miscommunication, please let me know in the comment section. I'm open to learn from everyone. Thank you.